Hello, and welcome back to the EDC Squirrel. Now, when you hear the word cheap, you don't normally get a whole lot of good feeling about the quality of something like that. However, I was suggested this one by a few people, mainly because it uses one of my favorite steels in regards to budget knives. And this is the Rake. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing this right because it is a Chinese company, and I've heard a few different people pronounce it in different ways. I did my best to look it up, and the best I could come up with is, well, actually, I think it's Reiki. If you know how it's supposed to be pronounced, please do comment below because I would really like to make sure I get the name right. But as far as I know, it's pronounced Reiki. So this one, like I said, I'm not going to use the word cheap, but I'm gonna go with inexpensive. There we go. Let's take these out. Got warranty cards. It looks like. There we go. We'll take that and put that to the side. And this is the P801. Now this is a drop point 3.4 something ish inch blade, and you've got a set of thumb studs and a back flipper, stainless steel handles, a deep carry pocket clip. However, the pocket clip is not reversible, so sorry for those lefties. And it is a frame lock. But the thing that impressed me the most about this knife is that it is a 14C28N steel blade, all for under $30 US. You can see right there, 14C28 steel. Now, the stainless steel handles, I think, are great. They're not super slick. However, if your hands are a little wet, they might slide around a little bit. But otherwise, I've got other knives that have similar handles, and they're roughly about the same. But they fingerprint easily, but they wipe off just as easily. Now, like I said, this is a 14C28N steel blade. I just couldn't believe that I could find a knife with that type of steel and for such little cost. Now, I know I've seen knives that state really good steels by companies that I'm not familiar with. You know, either they don't name or you've never heard of them. This brand I'm actually kind of new to, not very familiar with them, so I had to do a little digging. I found out that they have a really good following. They make some really good knives. Their steel is heat treated. Um, their steel is heat treated well, and so I don't have any reservations that this knife can handle anything I need it to. Now, this is also the first frame lock knife that I have. It has a very, very solid click and lockup. I love that sound. It feels very secure. There's no play in the blade whatsoever, either up or down, side by side. That is solid in there. That is not going anywhere until I release it with the frame lock. You do have a lanyard hole, I forgot to mention, especially since you can't change the orientation of the pocket clip. Feels really solid, nice and smooth, quick action. And I love the blue accents on the thumb studs around the pivot area and the pocket clip. Really, really sleek looking knife. Has a good feel to it. A little bit of jimping on the back of the blade here. Give you some nice purchase. Get really full grip on there. And, ooh, feels really sharp. Let's take a look at that. Should have some magazine paper. Feels really, really sharp. Let's try this. Now, I like to go on the opposite edge of what I'm holding, so it's really flimsy, and I kind of just drop the blade on whenever I do these tests. So, very grippy edge. Very sharp. Oh, that's impressive. That is very impressive. Now, like I said before, the 14C28N steel is probably my favorite knife steel for knives in the budget area. I guess you could say the budget realm, which this definitely falls in, considering that it's under $30 on Amazon at the time of this video's creation. So I really can't complain. I really have nothing to complain about. I mean, other than the fact that the pocket clip isn't ambidextrous, and that it fingerprints kind of easily. Like I said, it wipes off easy enough anyway. I would just keep a microfiber cloth, which if you collect knives like me, you probably have a billion of them. I would just keep one handy in my pocket. But really nice solid lockup. Looks gorgeous. And all for under 30 bucks. That's insane. So I'm not going to say cheap anymore. I'm just going to say inexpensive. Let me know what you guys think. If you liked what you saw, please drop a like down below. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that way you're notified when the next video drops. I will also be putting an affiliate link down below, so if you want to check the knife out on your own, or if you're intending to purchase it, you can help the channel out by purchasing it through the link, and that'll help me get out more content for you guys to see in the future. But thanks again for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.